Hi everyone, welcome back to Kids Church. So I have to tell you, I goofed last week when I told you that you only had one more week with our verse because there are 5 Sundays in January. Surprise, you get one extra week for our verse this month. All right, so we'll do it 2 more times and we'll do it at the end just like we always do. And remember, you can call me at any time or you can look up First Baptist Church of Waterford, Connecticut, and you can say your verse to our secretary, Mrs. Ledestre. I have to say, I enjoy hearing from you. I enjoy hearing those verses when you call. All right, here we go. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Philippians 4, verse 4. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Philippians 4, verse 4. Okay, so our story this week is called The Captain of the Storm. And it's from the storm on the lake from the book of Mark chapter 4 and Matthew chapter 8. The sun was going down. The air was warm and still. Let's go across the lake, Jesus said to his friends. Jesus had been helping people all day, and now he was tired. So they left the crowds at the shore and set out in a small fishing boat. Jesus climbed into the boat to take a nap. As soon as his head touched the pillow, he fell fast asleep. It was a beautiful evening. A gentle breeze rustled the sails. The friends were chatting happily as they headed out into the middle of the lake. Everything was perfect. Just right for a nice, quiet sail. You see the picture there? You can see there's the boat. There's Jesus fast asleep. They were only about halfway across when, out of nowhere, whirling winds swept across the lake, fierce and strong, like a hurricane. A blinding flash of light, a blinding flash of lightning lit up the sky. Thunder roared right overhead. The storm blew the water into towering waves that hurled the little boat up, 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 then sent it hurtling, crashing back, down, down, down. The fishing boat was blown and buffed and tossed and turned back and forth and up and down and left and right and round and round. And in the middle of the storm, Jesus was sleeping. Can you imagine sleeping through that in a little boat? Now Jesus' friends had been fishermen all their lives, but in all their years fishing on this lake, they had never once seen a storm like this one. No matter how hard they struggled with their ropes and sails, they couldn't control their boat. This storm was too big for them. Here's the picture. But the storm wasn't too big for Jesus. Help, they screamed. Wake up. Quick, Jesus. Jesus opened his eyes. Rescue us. Save us, they shrieked. Don't you care? Of course Jesus cared. And this was the very reason he had come, to rescue them and save them. Jesus stood up and spoke to the storm. Hush, he said. That's all. And the strangest thing happened. Here's another picture. You can see that crazy storm. There's Jesus still asleep in the boat. And look, one of the disciples is hanging off the side. Can barely stay in the boat. The wind and the waves recognized Jesus' voice. They had heard it before, of course. It was the same voice that made them in the very beginning. They listened to Jesus. And they did what he said. Do you remember what he said? All he said was hush, right? Immediately, the wind stopped. The water calmed down. It glittered innocently in the moonlight and lapped quietly against the side of the boat as if nothing had happened. The little boat bobbed gently up and down. There was a deep stillness and a great quiet all around. Then Jesus turned to his wind-torn friends. Why were you scared? He asked. Did you forget who I am? Did you believe your fears instead of me? Jesus' friends were quiet. as quiet as the wind and the waves, and into their hearts came a different kind of storm. "What kind of man is this?" they asked themselves anxiously. "Even the wind and waves obey him," they said, because they didn't understand. They didn't realize yet that Jesus was the Son of God. Jesus' friends had been so afraid. They had only seen the big waves. They had forgotten that if Jesus was with them, they had nothing to be afraid of, no matter how small their boat or how big the storm. And there's the end of the storm. You can see that nice calm water in that boat, nice and safe. I hope you enjoyed that story. Let's do our verse one more time. Don't forget to call me. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Philippians 4, verse 4. Have a great week. I hope to hear from you. Bye.